It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
We have a lot of fascinating things in the news and in the world of sports today.
There's one troubling thing about happening in an NBA game here recently, evidently, that I'm troubled by, but we're going to have to cover that.
Willie sent me some
Willie has
snippet of some audio from the NBA. I need to give a little background.
You're to blame.
I thought it was.
Thank you, Wilbur.
I thought it was a really cool play.
Oh, it's a great play. No, but it's the terminology that's important. I am often accused of using old-fashioned terms, things.
No. What?
You're often guilty of it.
Yes,
not just accused.
And you're guilty.
You have been tried and found guilty.
I think
woman
a
of
jury of your peers.
What do you
it's
call
embracing the classics. I like to think.
What do you call a woman of loose virtue?
Round-heeled.
Round-heeled woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've heard of that, Jess.
Only here.
Yeah.
I think it's an sort of a vivid. It paints a picture.
It does.
Would you have a problem at all? And I know you're not going to do this anymore, but let's say you had a first date,
right?
And you went to pick her up. Would you give her a box of chocolate and some nylons for that first date? Here you go, and call her doll. Get in the car, doll.
No, of course not.
No, of course. I don't know, though.
I might say, wow, I heard your mother was quite the old round-heeled beauty back in the day.
Well, that's not front.
Wow.
You're insulting.
She went down like an elevator is what I heard.
Oh, boy.
How about you, Toots?
That'd be flat-kneed.
So the point here is, I mentioned a couple of years ago, there was a particular play that I enjoy. My favorite play in the NFL, you don't see very often, of course, it's the Statue of Liberty.
It's because it's a Thanksgiving neighborhood football play where you play.
Jess, I'll explain this to you. Now, the quarterback would go back. Mm-hmm. And then as the quarterback would get his arm in the firing position up here like this.
Right.
Kind of like the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
Firing position.
Someone else, perhaps a tight end, comes around the backside, grabs the ball, and takes off running.
Okay, that's fun.
It was exactly the exact proper response.
Known
it's
as
fun
the Statue of Liberty.
And not really, yeah. And
but I do enjoy.
Too risky.
I do enjoy what I call a little bit of razzle dazzle on the field, which I mentioned one day, and I was just brutally attacked. No one ever uses the term razzle dazzle. It never happens. You're out of date. And then about once every 2 or 3 weeks, one of our listeners would say, "Hey, I was watching a particular game, and the announcer used the phrase razzle dazzle." So we know this particular announcer is a man or woman of culture and style.
Is that what we know?
Yeah,
okay.
that perhaps is often referred to in the movie Die Hard, the benefits of a classical education.
Right.
He fell off a tower. You know that, right?
Yeah, but of
Hans, whatever his name was.
Gruber.
Hans Gruber.
The point is, Willie.
You love him. You love Hans Gruber. You want to be like Alan
He
Rickman.
watches Die Hard, and he goes, "Hey, this bald maniac better stay out of the air shaft. He's smoking cigarettes
He's
inside."
cheering for Alan Rickman in Die Hard. Josh, do something.
What are you going to do, man?
This guy's not even wearing shoes.
I like some of the quick judgment that he gave. Swift justice.
Alan Rickman walked that guy in who just went, "Hey, man, hey, baby, I'll help you. You need some..."
And he shot him.
And shot him in the head.
I hated
that guy. All
Oh,
right.
come on. Tell me you weren't kind of thinking, you know something? This guy deserves it. What a dick.
We're having fun with Die Hard, but what's the Razzle Dazzle story?
Okay.
So this morning I come in and Willie's been watching some basketball. Little side story, Willie's been placing quite a few bets.
Willie has a problem.
I don't have a problem of having a little bit
Hang on
of
one
fun.
second. Just Chip, I have by chance have a lighter.
Yeah, my purse.
Oh, can you get it? Because I want to burn $5. Oh, instead of burning it, what did you do?
No, this is not what I'm doing. What do you mean, what am I doing?
What did you just say you did with $5?
Well, no, I'm betting on NBA futures. So, Josh, for example, they didn't know if the Warriors were going to be in or not. I bet $5 on the Warriors winning the entire thing.
That's a fun bet.
And now that the Warriors are going to the play-in, I can cash out, and I would have made $4.
Okay, but you can let it ride.
You'd get $9
But
back.
if I cash out, I can make $4,000.
If you don't, right.
But they're probably not going to win everything.
But
so I was just saying.
When you made this bet, the Warriors weren't even in the play.
Exactly. That's a fun bet.
Right.
That's a good time.
So I'm probably just going to cash out and make $4. But then I was talking to Mark before, and he goes, "Oh, no, I'm going to support you till you got no money left. I'm going to support you."
So we're having some fun. But the point is, Willie has been watching a lot of basketball, and he sent me the audio an evening. What game? This is Brooklyn last night?
It was the Brooklyn Nets were playing. I sent you an Instagram clip.
Right. Okay, here we go. If this will work.
The tightrope. Oh, Blake Griffin. Razzle Dazzle. Oh, next level. Kevin Durant. The rack attack. And one of the highlights of the year.
It's very cool.
Can you explain the play? It's
Blake Griffin essentially steals the ball, sends it down the court. Another guy grabs it, sends it off the backboard, and then Kevin Durant is able to sort of
very cool.
slam dunk the ball in. It's awesome.
It looked like it had been choreographed. It was so beautiful.
Right. So
and
Razzle
of course,
Dazzle
the
is the
announcer
word.
naturally picked up and used the most classic term.
Was that Kevin Harlan on the call?
Play by play.
I don't think it was.
Sounded like him. Because he used to use Razzle Dazzle before.
I see. Well, obviously a man of culture and style.
It sounded like Ian Eagle, actually.
Okay. You are?
I like him.
I'm a duck.
Is that what we're going to do?
Ian, he goes with?
He pronounces it Ian Eagle.
Really?
Yes.
I've seen Iron Eagle. I've seen Iron Eagle 2. Louis Gossett Jr., right? Yeah.
Well, didn't one of the guys from 90210 try that? Wasn't he like Ian something? Yeah.
Ziering.
Ian Ziering. Yeah.
And I like to think of him as Ian Ziering of Sharknado. Thank you very much.
I see.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to a kid? Your entire life, every time you do anything. Welcome to 5th grade class.
Pronounce it Ian.
Ian, it's Ian. No, it's Dick for parents. Okay, let's see.
Hey, Dick for parents, you got your homework.
So, in any event, I'd like to congratulate whoever this was for
The tightrope.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Oh, Blake Griffin. Razzle Dazzle. Oh, next level.
Nice. The Razzle Dazzle. It's weird when he calls him Dick Slapper at the end.
Is that what he
would
says?
be weird.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know what he says, but it sure sounds like Dick Slap.
The tightrope. Oh, Blake Griffin. Razzle Dazzle. Oh, next level. Kevin Durant. The rack attack. And one of the highlights of the...
I think
So he said next level, and you heard Dick Slapper.
How did you wait? I had no clue what you were talking
Tell that to your
I'm
therapist.
sorry, I heard Dick Slap. I heard Dick Slap as well. So it's next level. Play that again. We got trouble.
Boy.
Play that again. I need to double my visit.
Those words are so close.
For whatever reason, I'm bigger than you. I heard Dick Slap. And remember Tom's slogan.
I'm not thinking. I'm doing this.
That's exactly right. And we got a new Babe Ruth baseball card out there. Could hit it out of the park. Florida physician Thomas Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
He's put a Babe Ruth card out there. Could set a new world record. He loved his paper babies. His widow says, Nancy Newman, he got a lot of joy out of it.
Paper babies.
Paper babies. It'll be shared with the world in an online auction at California-based Memory Lane from June 21st to July 10th. The 1916 Babe Ruth rookie card is going up for bid, and it could break the $5.2 million world record price set in January for any single sports card.
Wow.
And look at this. It is pretty cool. It's him
pristine.
as a pitcher, as a rookie, Babe Ruth.
This guy started collecting cards when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then when he went off to college, his mother threw them all away. So he started collecting again later on in life.
Gotcha.
Don't you share that story with your mother?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a stack from floor to ceiling of classic Superman, Batman, Mad magazines.
Sad sack.
And Sad Sack. Yes, those were my, that was my jam, as they would say today.
Were you a comics girl like Archie and
Yeah,
Betty
for
and-
sure.
Really?
Yeah. Archie.
Garfield at large.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, gang, it's Babe Ruth.
Hey, babe, what are your rookie cards going up for auction, babe?
Yeah, sounds like some dude dropper's about to make a fortune off one of my old ball cards, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I hate to be a stool pigeon, but seems to me if my name's on it, and my mug's on it, that ball card belongs to the band.
It sure does.
Sounds like I'm being chiseled. Yeah, back in my day, we didn't pay a lot of letters for ball cards. We just swap, trade, and collect them all. Same way I used to deal with dames. I say, tell this blue nose I'll sign that card if he sends a babe a young Sheba with round heels and no bloomers.
Boy, he has good times.
A young Sheba with round heels and no bloomers.
That's right.
That would be a woman of easy virtue, I believe, would be the...
What do they call those now?
Whore?
Yeah, well, I know.
I don't know what's going on in the world of the NFL of interest, Costaki, but you tell me.
Well, yeah, I thought, this point in May, we'd be talking about something different, but there's so much NFL news. The NFL schedule came out this week. Everyone's talking about week 4 when the Buccaneers play the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady said going back to Foxborough with the Bucs is like when your high school friends meet your college friends. I was like, wait, Tom Brady has friends? We're not counting avocados or trophies, right? These are actual... The average ticket price for that game, $1,370. That's a lot. Whew. Robert Kraft said, that's almost 14 handies.
Likes to say that.
The Colts have the toughest first 8 games of the schedule based on opponent winning percentage. The Jets have the toughest season overall based on being the Jets.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Yes, the Falcons, I was sad to see, only have one primetime game, but they do have a London game that kicks off at 6:30 a.m. local here in California.
Oh, my gosh.
So I might still be hungover from the prior loss at that point. That's early. And then I saw this story. This is fascinating to me. A kid by the name of Wontarius Bryant fell victim to a Falcons tryout hoax.
Yeah, we were talking about it this morning. Someone, some jackass somehow set him up thinking he was going to get to try out for the Falcons. It's awful.
I know. It's just, who does that? It's just horrible. The Falcons had fake crowd noise. They've been faking a defense for 40 years. Now this, a fake tryout? What the? It's not their doing, it turns out. Like you said, it was just some jackass that, it's catfished a kid for no reason.
Yeah. Did you see
the defensive back?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
He is getting some kind of he's going to be able to participate in the Hub football camp.
Yeah, some kind of wild card free agent
with Falcon scouts in attendance. So,
I'm happy to see that. They have to. I mean,
the Falcons should have stepped up and invited him and given him a T-shirt.
You can't do that
something.
just because somebody got
a T-shirt.
Yeah, T-shirt. Right. Yeah, that's right. That would have been fun.
Well, he's a defensive back, and he was oddly open about it all. He told his story on Twitter and said just another hurdle, and he wasn't defensive at all. And I thought, well, he's going to fit right in with the Falcons.
I heard he did get in touch with the Nigerian prince that sent him the email. And
always good, yeah.
Now, I got into kind of an argument with these guys, Costaki. Did you read the article in depth enough to see what this guy's Twitter handle is?
No, I didn't see that.
He's got his name is it's a beautiful name. Wontarius Bryant.
Yeah.
His Twitter handle is, and I'm not making this up, @TheyLoveMyHair. I'm not kidding. That's
right? But that's not that crazy. It isn't.
My point, Costaki, was it seems a little bit effeminate or not with not a lot of gravitas.
I don't think so. Didn't Muhammad Ali always talk about how he was pretty?
Yeah, I suppose.
Right.
I'm not being critical. I'm just stating I thought it was rather unusual.
Right.
Should change it to something like Catfish Me 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think when you're chasing a dream, it's easy to fall prey to stuff, right? If somebody said there was a Netflix special audition, I'd probably go, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I'd show up and it's just like a single family home and there's a guy in his yard alone, like, oh, this isn't.
Doing a press conference in front of a tire
this
store.
is the penis I have to, right. Just the one penis and the whole world of show business opens up. All right, I guess that would explain some of the specials we've seen. Huh? All right. Top 3 signs of panic. You guys probably know this. Pounding heart rate, right? Shortness of breath, and signing Blake Bortles.
Yeah, that's right.
The Packers signed Blake Bortles this week. Oh, my goodness. Packers coach Matt LaFleur said they want Rodgers back in the worst way. Yeah, the way they've gone about it does appear to be the worst way to get him back. Last year, the Jaguars went, I was looking at the schedule stuff again. The Jaguars went 0-8 on the road last year. Oh my goodness, Possums had a better record
on the road.
Tiger Woods had a better record on the road last
year. He made a couple.
Comedians in 2020 had a better run on the road.
That's great.
On the road.
The Washington Generals had a better record on the road. With all the buzz about the Jaguars' new quarterback, Gardner Minshew is getting further and further away from our minds, right? Now when you say Minshew, you're more likely to get a God bless you than anybody thinking about a quarterback. Sounds like a dish at P.F. Chang's. I'll have the Minshew chicken, please.
Oh, try the pork Minshew. It's so good.
Pork Minshew. Sounds great.
No, I don't think Gardner knows that his biggest fan is right here.
Right here.
Because we have a Gardner Minshew song that, regardless of where he ends up, we're going to bring it back next year. We had huge requests for it.
He's the Mississippi mud flap. He's the Mississippi mud flap, baby. Mm-hmm. He might back up Trevor. Who knows? He could get hurt. Trevor could get hurt.
Seems like a good spot for him, at least for now.
Why not?
Kelvin Benjamin's going to attend Giants minicamp as a tight end. I guess he figures if the Jags are signing some old guy from the Mets farm team, anything could happen. Tebow's already had an influence on the Jaguars. Last week, the Jags tight ends all screamed, Jesus Christ.
Tim Tebow taught them that, you see.
Yeah, that's right. Never forget, Tebow taught the Broncos about the power of prayer. Then they prayed for a real quarterback.
Yep.
Wow.
Peyton Manning showed up and they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, their prayers were answered.
Ouch.
And finally, Teddy Bridgewater said Carolina didn't do enough red zone practice when he was there. To be fair, that's a little like Steven Seagal practicing his Oscar speech. It's not really.
Yeah. They're not going to be in the red zone.
How often does that happen?
Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I should point out that Costaki Economopoulos can be reached on the various social media platforms. All Pro Lines is the spot, right, Costaki?
All Pro Lines, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Maybe a website at some point.
So, Josh, you had a parrot. What happened to your family parrot?
Eventually, the last parrot we had flew out the front door one day. And
big smile on his face.
And it sat in our tree in our front yard for a while, and we tried to coax it down.
Yeah.
And eventually, it just flew way across the neighborhood.
No way.
And I asked my dad, I said, what do you think's going to happen to Fred? And
I was just going to say, what's the name? You were burying the lead.
Yeah, that was Fredbird. And I go, what's going to happen to Fred? And he goes, he's probably just going to land in the woods and let some animal walk up to it and get killed.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
Because he was so tame that he wouldn't know not to run away from a raccoon or whatever.
Well, aren't there thousands of parrots in Southern California?
Yes.
Yes, brightly colored
Oh, really?
birds.
Because they were let go?
Yeah. They took over.
Birds of that ilk are extremely smart, and they need a lot of care.
Yeah, we love them.
You don't want to get one as a prop.
Did you have other kinds of birds?
Yeah, we had canaries and parakeets. And
we had, my aunt and uncle had a parakeet named Chester the Molester. And I don't know why that was.
What a weirdo.
Lucky they didn't have a duck.
Okay. The duck would have to be named Duck for that joke. I'm not even mad
sorry,
about
Duck the Molester.
Good morning.
So sorry. I had no idea. Could we? There's a story that I wanted to hear.
About the Titanic?
That one. What about this thing about you mentioned this animal laughter science story?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
This is just us attributing human traits to animals that don't really exist.
My dog wants to hear this story.
These are social scientists.
Social scientists agree that laughing together is an important way for people to connect and bond.
Like us.
Right, we all get that, yes.
The causes of laughter can vary widely across individuals and groups. The sound of a laugh is usually recognizable between people belonging to different cultures.
Any new info in this?
Well, no, I mean, Josh, say there was someone in here from the Pacific Rim that didn't speak a word of English.
Right. Yeah, Tom. Yeah.
They probably would have howled with laughter when you did your scatting segment earlier.
Potentially, and I would have gone, I would have just known that's laughing. Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like if somebody had come in from a different country and taken a dump, I'd have gone, that's a dump.
Okay, well, we're talking about animals.
So you're comparing your comedy presentation to taking a dump.
I'm just mentioning the two things that happen at my shows.
Your set list, 50% jokes.
No, this. In other words,
there's no laughing going on. I can tell.
Someone who spoke no English would they'd
recognize the laugh.
Might start laughing, and they'd hear you do that, and even if they didn't understand, though there were no words there, they would realize it was funny, probably.
Yeah. So what about animals other than humans? Do they laugh?
No, they don't.
They might.
They absolutely do not.
Many animals produce sounds during play that are unique to that pleasant social interaction. Researchers consider such vocalizations to be a close analog of human laughter.
No, I think this is true. Now, Ace, I know, Ace, you know this. Tell us what happens when you tell a joke to a duck.
He quacks out.
Oh gosh! You know, I've been proven wrong. Clearly, animals laugh.
He quacks. You should have seen the preparation in that exchange.
Did you plan
earlier this morning?
And then is that why you had ducks on your mind earlier after the Chester the
No, that's not where I got the duck. I just thought of that.
All right.
So now the Titanic. This is another cool story, and.
Turns out ships can laugh. You know this? You guys know this. Metal can actually... Yeah.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.